Hello and welcome to my artist binder showcase for Mitsuhiro Arita. I'd like to start by saying that Mitsuhiro Arita is one of my favourite artists, evidently so by starting a collection of his Pokemon cards that he's worked on. There's been over 600 cards illustrated by Mitsuhiro Arita, so to think that with one of these binders holding 160 cards, I'd need 4 of them to have one of everything. And that's just for right now. Starting off with base set, and it's always exciting to see his name pop up, see what the next newest illustration is. A couple of the showcases I have present a Pokemon, I would say, over time. How Mitsuhiro Arita's style has grown, or even how he's decided to change up the depiction of said Pokemon. And while my binder here isn't a complete collection, even to the point of what I also own in other binders, in other collections. So alongside this video, I'm going to post it onto my socials, sort of an honourable mentions of different Arita cards. So I'll use that as a nice extension to this video. Back in 2019, it was announced that he was going to be at the Hyper Japan event, that he'd be signing cards. I remember I already had my ticket booked, so this was the perfect bonus to the event. In typical fashion, I was massively underprepared. I only ended up taking 4 cards with me, which you'll see them all, so don't worry. And I don't mean to be negative, because the 4 that I did take, I really do love, and they themselves are some of my favourite cards of his anyway. I remember having such a great time there, spent it with my good friends. Arita had a panel where he spoke about different pieces and the history of his works. It was a nice interview he'd done too. I'll link that down below for you to check out too. Some fantastic insight from the man himself. But yeah, the whole event was absolutely brilliant, and I'd love to see him come back again for another one in maybe future years. I will say there is a fair gap within my collection of Mitsuhiro Arita's works, and that's typically around the sort of Gen 3 sort of era. It was around the time when I wasn't really collecting much of anything. So I'd say these are going to be ones that are on future radars for other events and things, and hopefully some pickups that I do get down the line. If I were to ask you to name a Pokemon card artist, there's a high chance that Mitsuhiro Arita would be the first name to pop into your head. His talent goes beyond the world of Pokemon. He's created works for Final Fantasy, Power Rangers, and many more. It's so easy to see why he is one of my favourites, along with so many other people who hold that opinion as well. Arita has stood the test of time. He is legendary, a true icon. Imagine if he watches this. I mean, if that miraculously happens, then I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you for so many wonderful pieces of art. You are masterful at what you do. But like I said, you can see why Mitsuhiro Arita is so many people's favourite artist. Like, with the sheer amount of cards that he's done, there's going to be something that really resonates with you. And I don't want to sound all silly and whatever, but hopefully you know what I mean. Quite often I'll sit and I'll look through these binders, say my artist binders, my Pokedex, and just really sit, absorb, and enjoy the artwork throughout them. You might see there's still space even within this binder. There's still a way to go before I've been able to collect all of them. Some of them obviously maybe not quite possible, being trophy cards and the like, but I'll give it my damnedest. But I hope you've enjoyed this showcase. I'd love to hear what your favourite Mitsuhiro Arita card is. Definitely check out the extended thread over on my social medias, where I've given off some honourable mentions. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember, take care, and I'll see you all in the next video.